Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio. Your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Madeline Chan and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio. This is my version of Talking Heads, where I am an expert TV presenter along with other expert TV presenters, where we present from our perspective of our expertise knowledge. So we bring that through. So a very nice warm welcome to you all. My name is Dr. Madeline Chan. I'm known as the Soul Heart Awakener. Soul Heart Awakener meaning that I connect you to your inner soul voice, to your inner soul heart, giving you a voice to express authentically who you truly are, to become the highest potential you can become here on planet Earth during this time, which is now the golden age. So before I begin, I just want to clear a lot of the stagnant energy, because where you've been, so if we, for example, we all function, we have to function in the now, and in the now is a gift. So be in the now, be centered, where everything is centered and you haven't got other energies from the previous place you've been, or the people you've been around, or the people you've been talking to. You haven't passed that onto if you think of everything being a frame, you haven't passed it onto this frame. So just in case I may have passed something from town where I came from today, so I could have picked up a lot of energies. So here we go. So with the mallet here, this is the singing bowl from the Himalayas, made of an assortment of metal alloys, and what it does, it breaks down the fuzz, the stagnant energy. There we are. You can also, then you take this one here and you go around like this, and what it does, it almost alchemizes all the stagnant energy, transmutes it, in other words, into a purer substance, into a purer energy. So we'd say going back to neutral. Also, if for your chakras, your chakras are an indication of where your energy is at, whether you're feeling ill or if you're blocked. If they're blocked, you'll be feeling very heavy and fatigued and very brain fog. You may even have symptoms as well, physical manifestation of symptoms as well. So we use these, where here, the lower sound and resonance goes to the lower chakra, which is your root chakra. And you just tap it once and let the vibration and the frequency just hold it just next to your root chakra. And as you do that, imagine a golden light going like a Catherine wheel, like a firework for Catherine wheel, going round and round on the root chakra. Then you go and connect to your sacral chakra, making sure you go round and round, visualizing your third eye here. Visualizing your third eye. Ooh, your heart chakra here. Oh, sorry, your solar plexus. What am I saying? Oh, dear. Your solar plexus, the sun, which is the sun with all your emotions. And then your heart chakra. Then we're going to go throat chakra, where you express all your communication. The third eye. Again, imagine that golden light going round like a Catherine wheel. And then the crown. And then bring it all the way down and back to the center. And what that does, if your mind is everywhere, it brings you to present. It grounds you and brings you to the present moment. Now, if you haven't got this, then crystals are amazing. So selenite, snow, like a snow quartz crystal. You just go around like this and it clears the energy. If, for example, right now, because the energies are very heavy at the moment, because we have the eclipse that happened. And when the eclipse happens, there's a portal that opens up and all kinds of energy and the full moon as well. And it sends our emotions, things that we haven't dealt with our own personal, can I say, dramas or certain fears or anxiety. If we've kind of swept them under the carpet, then what happens is we are susceptible to incoming spiritual attacks or incoming people that are preying on your energy field to block you, to block your energy. So what you have to do is have black tourmaline here, or onyx, as they say, onyx. And what it does, it takes all that really heavy, dense energy that's been thrown at your energy field, and it clears it. If you really feel that you're being attacked in your third eye, or you're just feeling, for example, your symptoms would be where you're feeling very fatigued and you're feeling like you're stuck in a constant loop and you can't seem to get out of it. There's a lot of people that are dealing with the light and working with the light, and it's not necessarily the pure light, for there is the golden pure light, and then there's a light which is more of, it's a fake light, really. And some people can work with certain, it's like magic, and get into your aura and get into your field and even steal away your blessings without you even realizing. So what you need to do is shut that down. Shut that down so they can't even get into your energy field. You need to protect it. Another way is here. This is obsidian. It's volcanic. It's from Kenya. And this is a really good friend, Janetta, got this for me, who lives in Kenya, from her garden. And what it does is it's like a vacuum cleaner, and it zaps, it takes in all the negative energy, not just negative, but real spell work energy that we can't see, and it brings it in and neutralizes it, alchemizes it and neutralizes it. I call him Obi. He's my Obi, because it's nice to make it more personal. So he's an obsidian, And I have him, Obi, in the living room. And in the living room is because when people come to visit your home, where do they normally go? They go into the reception. They go into the reception, into the living room. So because of that, I like to have Obi there to be, it's like a security guard for sometimes I get this. It's like a security guard for energies that, like germs. If you think of it like germs, unwanted germs. So they invade the house. So it's unwanted energy that invades the house. So you need to protect your house. So your house, meaning we have two houses. We have the house which houses our body. Our body is the house. We have another house which is where we physically live in the house as well. So both parts of the house need to be cleaned, need to have maintenance. One cannot function without the other. That doesn't mean you have to be attached to material things or anything. You've got to detach. The whole point is to have your house in check, your physical house. Some people call it the temple. I call it a house, the house. So the house needs to be physically checked. So on a physical level, on a physical level, on an energetical level as well, and an energy level. And it all has to be all balanced. If things are out of balance, then your chakras are out of balance, and that gives way to illness and to anxieties. So because right now, this life at the moment, right now, is absolute chaos, because we're in this purging and cleansing, and we're in the golden age, which technically began spiritually began 2012, but landed physically on Earth 2021. And the golden age lasts for 25,000 years. And with the golden age, everything has to be cleansed and purged. And anything that is false, anything that is false within your body, where your heart and your organs are not feeling comfortable having that substance or that food, it no longer sits with it. So what's happening right now is the voice of reckoning is beginning is beginning in a very, like thunder. Before, it was a case of we could suppress it and not listen to it and just fake it. But you can't fake it now, because we are in those times of masks whipped off, and we have to be real. We have to be real more than anything, because if you're fake, then your life will become fake. Everything else will become fake. All you will do is draw into your life about fake people, fake situations. It won't give you harmony. It will give you disharmony. So what we need to do, what's important is us as creative beings, our job really is to bring peace to this world, bring peace into the world. And bringing peace is the peace within ourselves, within our body, so our body feels serenity and peace and calmness, and not agitated or anxiety, or just thinking, oh, I have no time, there's not much time, or thinking that because that person has got that and that worked for that person in that way. Oh, that's going to be the way that's going to work for me too. Well, guess what? It won't, because everyone is individual. Everyone has a special recipe, even though sometimes the same ingredients might go through for like the foundation, but there's still some extra ingredients that come through, which is your essence, which is your divine essence. So not by chance, but divinely designed and being aligned with your, how can I say, your light, your love. It takes light, love, and energy. So light comes from the wisdom. Light is what we draw from the universe. So light is of the mind. So having a pure mind, having a mind that is focused more on becoming our true self, filling our cup, enabling us then to be able to fill other people's cup, to help the collective. So when you start working on yourself, on your house, physically, mentally, energetically, psychologically as well, when you start working and removing these masks, each one, because if you don't remove it, then there will be people that will come into your life that will show you a lesson that you have to give attention to, that to remove that mask or that lesson, because it gets worse. It really does get worse. So I'm going off track here. Sometimes it happens because there's no script here. It's just me talking and being connected and being free and surrendering. That's what it's all about, surrendering. You see, if you try to control the outcome of something, you'll find it's not going to work in the way that you wanted it to, because you're trying to decide the time that miracle or that what you want in life, you decide what time it comes through. But that's not what it is about. That's when the universe will bring in the magic. So from your mind, you bring your vision, you bring what you want to desire in your life. From the heart, you'll bring the feeling, you'll inject, you will implement the feeling, the love, which is the feeling. So the mind brings in the thought. The thought goes into the heart, and the heart brings the nurturing of that thought and that feeling of that thought. And it's through the feeling, when it makes us feel happy, when it makes us feel at peace, then you know that you're on the right path, or you have chosen the right decision within that situation, or what's brought through to you. So it's a compass. It's a compass. It's our inner compass. So with the heart and with the mind, so the mind is the wisdom. The heart is the nurture and the carer, and the feeling put with the wisdom brings the feeling, brings the reality. It makes you feel you've already reached there. And you have, because then it just takes the universe time to come and meet and be in aligned and bring it through. So it's not on our time, it's God, the universe time. We have to go by perfect alignment in that way. So how you elevate others? You elevate others when you come away from sense of self and you tune into the light, the divine light, the divine love with your energy centers, and through your mind's eye, you could picture the earth, and then you could picture all this light expanding out from you around the earth, if you want to. You could picture your loved ones or your family, and you could send them light and love and energy. It's important when you do this, when you elevate others, you haven't to decide what they need. All you have to do is send them the love, send them the light, because it's the close communion through their soul and their soulful voice with their wisdom and their higher consciousness that connects to the universal heart and the universal mind. So with that close communion, they're the ones that know what they want in their life, but they may be weak at that time. So they don't have to express what they want in their life to you, and you don't have to know about it, because guess what? Sometimes if we know about someone's true heart desire, what they want to achieve, if it doesn't resonate with us, we will end up having that element of misunderstanding. Therefore, we will end up judging. Now, judging is a very low vibration, and it's something that we have been taught as humans, as the conditioned human mind. Judge. We judge, and then we blame people. And then, hey, guess what? It's not happening to me, but it's happening to her. But you know what? I might get popular by spreading this gossip about that person. Okay, so you spread gossip. And then all of a sudden, maybe that it wasn't that person's fault. But because that person said, oh, we've got evidence for this, you end up condemning that person, knowing that there's no real facts. So this is the human conditioned mind. Judgment, blame, condemnation, and criticizing. It's okay to criticize if it is constructive criticism. So if we know what people want to achieve that through their heart's desire, it's good to look at your heart's desire as a sacred sanctuary and treat it like it's your own child, your own baby. Would you, as a parent, tell a stranger or tell someone everything about your child so that it's like the whole book? They've got the whole book on your child. No. Would you? Would you actually trust someone with the fullness and the full entirety of what your child is to a stranger or to family? Not even family have the full entirety of their grandchildren or of their family, of when they're children. Of course not. So we need to start to look at our life and start to, where we have the inner child, we also have to respect other people have their inner child. And sometimes our inner child is immature. And when they're immature, they won't be able to resonate with what you want to bring through and achieve in this world if it's not on their level. You can talk to them until they're blue. They won't get it. And what you get then is a waste of energy. What you receive then is a whole gossip, but also condemning, because they don't have the understanding. They're not actually on your timeline of where you are perceiving your life. They don't understand it. And because they don't understand it, what do? They have to gossip. They have to condemn. They have to judge. Like, no wonder there's so much judgment in this world. No wonder there's so much gossip, because we as humans have created it. We have created it. So it's important we need to look at our behaviors. Understand that not everything needs to be shared on social media, because all you're doing is allowing yourself to be open to energies and people that don't understand you. And therefore what they do is they'll send a whole force field of negativity. Whereas if you didn't do that, it'd be a little bit easier, because then you wouldn't have that wall of negativity being thrown at you. You see, the thing is, with social media, we want constant validation. We want constant validation from someone else to say, hey, you're doing a great job. Hey, constant. When really, if we think about it, the only person that should feel absolutely at ease and embrace your idea or your behavior is you alone, with your close communion, sacred, divine communication with the universe, through the universe as in the universal mind, the universal heart, God, the universe, through our angels, our archangels, our ascended masters. So we haven't really helped ourselves, have we? But let's not judge this. Let's just say, okay, it's time to change now. And yeah, I'm going to fall back. I'm going to fall back a few steps, and then I'm going to get back up again. I'm going to pick myself back up, and then I'm get back on that path. The important thing is to be humble and to be real. If you wear your mask, you're going to continue wearing the mask, and more people will be able to pick up that you're wearing a mask. Before we couldn't, but now we are, because we are in the age of truth. We are in the age of authenticity. Our own inner truth will shine out. Our own inner truth will let us know if that person that you're meeting or you're with is actually not themselves, is actually hiding. You'll just know. Your intuition. This is what we're in right now. But we're also, it's quite complex, because we also have to bring the big wave of inner peace and calm to Mother Earth. So before we can bring the inner peace and calmness and to help elevate others, we have to look at our own behaviors and understand, yes, sometimes when we're selling something, understand you do need validation, because you need proof and reviews. Yes, of course. But if you haven't actually birthed your project, by announcing your project, your heart's desire out there, what you've done is basically, you're a parent, you've left your home and left your baby on by itself to fend for itself. Think about it. Think about it. That's exactly what we're doing. And because the house is open, anyone goes in there. Protect your energy. Protect your divine heart. Protect your desires. Protect your mind. Protect your energy. Eat food that is nutritious and is alive and helps. And it helps to give energy. If things keep cropping up with illnesses, go and get it checked out by the doctor or the nurse. Go do it, because your body's telling you, hey, I need some attention here. Your body will thank you for it. So light and love and energy. But remember, energy can be temporarily blocked. So because we're in this cleansing on a global level, we are now into the purging and cleansing of Earth, Mother Earth, and it's all going into as brain fog, as a mist, shadows going into the collective consciousness. And within that collective consciousness, because we're running out of time, we feel we're running out of time, we're getting impatient. So we're blaming because things are not working as well as they should do. Why not? No, of course not, because we're in a different time. A timeline is collapsing to awaken the new timeline, and both timelines are running running with each other. What's important right now is make sure that you have 5 minutes and go within. Go within. So your child within, check. Would you with your own child, would you just leave it for like a couple of days and go, oh, I think I'll go back and see how the child is? No, you're there. You're looking after your child. You're making sure your baby is well cared for, well nurtured, giving them food, giving the baby food, giving them water, making sure stimulated, making sure play, making sure movement and the love and the nurturing and the care and the responsibility. So that's what we've got to do. That's what we've got to do with our child within. Because our child within is screaming, and it's running riot. So what we need to do is just have a little bit of care. Start caring for that inner child on an emotional level, physical level, energetical level, on a mental level. All these levels need to be looked at within your inner child. Otherwise, your inner child's going to run riot and attract other energies that want to run riot as well. You see, what you think, what you feel, you will put out there and bring that, and it will bounce and come back in your life, and you'll find yourself in this loop, constant karmic loop. There's so much, but there's so much beauty in this life as well, and so much calmness and peace and serenity. Make sure that you get into nature. Make sure that you have your journal and start writing. And try not to decide what the outcome's going to be for the day. And if you do the outcome and it doesn't go according to how it was planning, then it doesn't matter. Just surrender it, because maybe what's going to come through is going to be even better than what you wanted in your life. The whole thing is about being calm, and just connecting to the universe. Having your 5 minutes a day going in. The universe speaks through songs, through numbers, through certain people that you meet. Everything is so special. And there's help everywhere. Help is around. But help will not come to you, the right help will not come to you if you can't even be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. And the help that is required will come through. And you'll start to heal. You start to grow. You start to expand. Because when you start to heal and you grow and you expand, there is no room for judgment. There's no room for blame. There's no room for condemning. Because you know what? You're falling in love with yourself so much. And I'm not talking an ego level. I'm talking about you falling in love with that inner child so much. Then that is all that matters. And once you have worked at least 55% with your inner child, you will be awakened and you'll be able to help other inner childs. Because that's what we have to look at now. Not look at the human behavior, but look at the purity of the inner child of every human being. Every human being. It's deeper than we thought. There's just so much to learn. There really is. And I'm going to go on and on and on, but I'm not going to. Not now. I'm going to put it to a close. Like I said, I have no script. I just waffle on. Waffling on. But I receive downloads during that time, that magic zing, 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 dong, 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 dong. Now, I'm going to bring it to a close. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me. I hope that you've managed to take some gems, some tools there. Please do contact me. If you want to connect to your inner voice, if you want to connect to that inner child, if you want to connect to your star child, if you want to know who you truly are and be on your divine path, please do contact me. Thank you, and I will see you next week to USA Global TV and viewers. And we've reached 100,000 subscribers as well for USA Global TV and radio for our YouTube channel. Fantastic. Yep, there I am. There you go. There's my LinkedIn. So I'm embracing this moment, loving this moment, and the same you should as well, as I send out love and light and energy of the highest truth, the highest blessing, and the highest abundance, with peace and serenity surrounding you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
In a world full of noise, misunderstandings, and interruptions, master the art of listening with Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck is the listening mentor of USA Global TV and Radio and the Amazon #1 best-selling author of Mastering the Power of Elevated Listening. Elevate your listening. Elevate your life. Join a global learning experience in person or via Zoom. Reserve your spot today. usaglobaltv.com/book-your-session or drjacqueline.thinkific.com. Join Dr. Kerbeck's listening courses or hire her to unlock deeper connections and authentic conversations.
USA Global TV and Radio proudly presents Steve Klein Art at steveklein.art.
My name is Steve Klein, born Manchester, England, 1953. My quest in my lifetime is to create artwork from my soul and the deepness within my wildest dreams and fantasies. In 2012, my heart stopped when I was given too much anesthetic for a minor knee operation, and this near-death experience took me to another multidimensional world, an out-of-body experience, and I was given the gift of being blessed by an overwhelming, burning passion to become, for the very first time in my life, an artist with an eternal, passionate desire to bring my art, which I've named multidimensional, subliminal, freeform art, to the world, as only 3% recover from what I experienced. And now in my golden years want to release my cosmic, vital energy through my art to allow people to be a part of my cosmic dance.
To learn more, email roccogoodwine@gmail.com. For VIP pricing, mention USA Global TV and Radio.
Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USA Global TV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dies. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.